Since the beginning of civilization, people have tried to establish their control over nature. The list of people's success on that path is also quite long. Humans have dammed the course of the river, cut the channel and combined the ocean with the ocean, pointing the thumb at the force of gravity and sheltering in space. Sometimes the result of nature's rule has been blessing, sometimes it has brought extreme disaster. However, with the speed at which science and technology are advancing, there is no doubt that human control over the basic structures of nature will increase day by day. Let's get acquainted with such a breakthrough technology today. Freshwater is one of the main ingredients for the survival of humans and numerous animals, the only natural source of which is rainfall. But no one has control over this rain. It is not always expected that rain will fall on the daytime as required by the animals. What if the control of rain was in the hands of people? Who needs a little rain when needed? As far-fetched as it sounds, humans have long established some control over rain. The method of artificial precipitation is called cloud seeding. How cloud seeding works. The method of cloud seeding is not very complicated. Precipitation is caused by spraying chemicals on unusable rain clouds in the sky, also known as artificial precipitation. Before knowing the method of cloud seeding, let us briefly know how clouds and rain occur naturally. In the intense heat of the sun, the water in the sea, rivers or reservoirs evaporates and rises up. Then these water vapors become clouds by mixing with numerous dust particles floating in the air. When these clouds floating in the troposphere become heavy to condense over time, they fall to the surface as raindrops under the pull of Earth's gravity. Actually, the principle of rain is the condensation of clouds, which occurs naturally. Now if the clouds in this troposphere can be artificially condensed ahead of time, then rain will start immediately. This is essentially what cloud seeding does. Dry ice, frozen carbon dioxide, silver iodide, potassium iodide, liquefied propane gas, or even potassium chloride, salt, sprayed onto the clouds by airplanes, rockets, or missiles helps the clouds to condense rapidly, resulting in precipitation. Artificial snow is produced along with rain using the same technology. Currently, silver iodide is the most effective and popular method for cloud seeding. How it started. American chemist Vincent Schaefer is said to be the father of cloud seeding. Schaefer made the first successful practical application of artificial precipitation in July 1946 at the United States General Electric Laboratory. Later, another Nobel-winning American scientist, Irving Langmuir, joined Schaefer. On November 13 of the same year, the two scientists were able to produce artificial precipitation using the first cloud seeding technology in human history in the open environment of the Berkshire Hills. Interestingly, Schaefer had no formal degree in chemistry. The self-taught scientist, who left behind 14 patents before his death, never made it past high school. Not that no one had worked on the possibility of artificial precipitation before Schaefer. German-American engineer Louis Gottman first suggested that precipitation can be caused by dispersing liquid carbon dioxide in clouds in 1891. Later, in the 1930s, three European scientists, Alfred Wegener, Tor Bergner and Walter Findesen, proposed artificial precipitation by spreading ice crystals in cold clouds, which was later proved by Schaefer-Langmuir while researching aircraft components at General Electric's laboratory. Controversy versus successful implementation. There is considerable debate in scientific circles about how effective cloud seeding is, or whether the technology can actually increase annual rainfall. Some scientists believe that artificial rainfall produced in this way is of little use in the long run. Besides, excessive cloud seeding can disrupt the natural balance of the environment. The chemicals used in it can also cause damage to health. However, cloud seeding is proven to be effective in short-term or immediate needs. An example is the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Weather forecasts ahead of the start of the Summer Olympics called for heavy rain in Beijing on the opening day of the Games. Who will endure the mockery of rain at the opening ceremony of $100 million? Then China did an incredible thing. A total of 1,104 chemical-laden rockets were fired in the days leading up to the Games into the clouds that flew from the sea towards Beijing. The result? The clouds cleared with rain before entering the Beijing sky, and the opening ceremony of the Summer Olympics went off without a hitch at the Bird's Nest Stadium on August 8, 2008, under a sparkling sky. When it comes to China, let's say that China produces most of the artificial rainfall in the world today. Even many neighboring countries are blaming China for lack of rain in their country. There are many complaints that China is reducing the water vapor content in the air due to excessive cloud seeding, while on the other hand, China is depleting the cold clouds before they enter the skies of other countries. China has already been given the title of rain thief by India. Weapons win cloud seeding technology. It sounds surprising, but this is true. The United States used cloud seeding technology as a weapon in an unprecedented way in the Vietnam War in 1967. In this operation, infamously known as Operation Popeye, the Americans used cloud seeding to produce large amounts of artificial rain over the Ho Chi Minh Trail connecting the northern and southern regions of Vietnam. Mainly as a result, the communication system of the Vietnamese forces was interrupted by floods and landslides. Transport of food and weapons between the northern and southern parts became difficult. The belligerent states are aware that the use of weather modification technologies such as artificial precipitation in the battlefield can pose extreme dangers to civilians. An international agreement was reached in 1977 between many countries, which completely banned cloud seeding on the battlefield to protect from natural calamities. Just as artificial rainfall has been used as a weapon of war, it has also been used frequently to save human lives, with the most recent example being Indonesia. In January last year, about 43 people lost their lives in 3 days due to heavy rains and landslides in Jakarta, Indonesia. The weather forecast predicted heavy rains to continue for at least another 2 weeks. Cloud seeding is one of the measures taken quickly by the Indonesian government to reduce the potential damage. Clouds formed in Jakarta Bay were sprayed with sodium chloride to prevent them from entering the city. Before entering the city, as some rain fell in the adjacent river, the clouds gradually weakened, saving lives and property. Multiple uses. Currently, many countries are using cloud seeding technology in their rain-fed crop production. Thailand is ahead of everyone in the race to use cloud seeding technology in agriculture. The Thai government has been running an official artificial rainfall scheme since 1955, mainly to protect the country's rain-fed crops. United Arab Emirates is a successful example of how artificial rainfall can be a boon in arid and desert regions. In this riverless country surrounded by desert and sea, it rains on average only 10 days every year, the amount of which is only 120 millimeters. Not only that, 90% of the country's groundwater is saline. Since the beginning of this century, the government has undertaken major initiatives to increase rainfall, including large-scale research to increase rainfall, development of cloud seeding technology, and construction of artificial lakes and dams to store rainwater. A team from the Emirates National Meteorological Center monitors clouds around the clock, and starts cloud seeding operations when it finds a cloud that could produce rain. In 2017 alone, they completed as many as 242 successful cloud seeding operations that helped increase rainfall by 15 to 30%. Emirates is a role model not only in artificial rainfall but also in desalination of sea salt water. 99% of the water used in the daily work of the country is purified seawater. What is the future of artificial precipitation? Technology does not stand still. As it develops day by day, all previous ideas are broken by the invention of a completely new technology. Cloud seeding is still quite expensive. Research is underway on the use of laser beams instead of aircraft or rockets, which could make artificial precipitation technologies simpler and cheaper. Now let's look a little further ahead. Maybe soon we will be able to invent technology that will not only be able to filter the clouds in the sky and make it rain, but will also be able to create clouds by evaporating water from the sea at will. Think about it, someday in the future maybe some hectares of paddy fields in Dinajpur are being irrigated by creating clouds from the Bay of Bengal and blowing them up to rain on certain days, at certain places, in a certain amount of rain. Sounds surreal? There is no such thing as superstition to people, so there is no obstacle to hope. That's all for today. See you in another video. If you enjoy the video and found it informative, then please like the video and let us know your opinion in the comment box. Never forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon next to it. Share the video if we earn it. Thanks for watching.